is Q. Q. This is indeed a Q.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour. I am Michael, your host for 7/9/2018. We have new Anon, Q clearance, breadcrumbs, drops. We're going to take a look here. We're going to look at the Donald J. Trump official Twitter and talk here for a few minutes this morning. Again, I want to take a minute. I typically try to every way that when we start a episode, the Patriot Hour. Again, we try to do an hour-long show a week, or with busy schedules, at least every week and a half. I try to do updates every day, or at least once a day. The Patriot Hour is more about the Patriots' hour in time. This is our hour to shine, our hour to step forward, regain control of our country, and understand what's going on. So that is what the Patriot Hour is. It's not so much the Patriot 5-minute update. It's just the Patriot Hour. So don't get confused there, and don't wrap your mind around it too much. It was just the name that we came up with, but we really, really do love it. We love all of you supporters out there. Again, please subscribe, like, share, comment. We love the comment section below. It's been a great tool in the last 5-6 months, pointing people in the right directions and collectively coming to a great solution, or just ways for us to shoot out and start doing our research, where to start looking. It's been a great, great tool. And you guys have been great supporters. So without you, I'm not sure we would be getting the message out like we are. So thank you. God bless each and every one of you, now and always. All right, Q, no new Q. Again, what is Q? If you're new to the channel, QAnon, the QAnon phenomenon, what is it? What are we talking about? And what is all this? Take a look around the channel, take a look around the internet, take a look around YouTube or some of the other platforms. Do not want to miss out on this time in history. What are we all doing here? Okay, so again, we have the link to a JFK speech. That is great to hear. If you haven't, it's about 10 minutes. It's a great one that we've all heard before, but hear it again. You need to. You got to remember. Okay, so nothing new on the Q front. I do want to take a look at that. They didn't get it, but they do now. So here's 14 hours ago on Donald J. Trump official Twitter. Got a little video here that goes over some of the pundits and whatnot. Looking forward to announcing my final decision on the Supreme Court Justice, on a Supreme Court Justice at 9 p.m. So tonight, Monday night at 9 p.m. at the White House, an exceptional person will be chosen. Looking forward to announcing my final decision on the United States Supreme Court Justice pick, all right? Now, we know the left is saying no matter what, at all costs, we need to not let them do it. They don't know who it is yet. They don't care who it is. They just want to say no. And obstruct, not pick anybody until maybe they can get somebody. They don't want this to happen. We know that. They're losing slowly but surely. All right, and this one here I found really interesting. The Iranian harassment of our U.S. warships. 2015, 22 times. 2016, 36 times. 2017, 14 times. 2018, 0. Source at the U.S. Navy, directly from the Navy. So let those facts speak for themselves. He was supposed to started, World War III, nuclear war with Iran or North Korea by now. That's what the left was inciting. The media. Just unbelievable stuff, folks. unbelievable nonsense, basically. Let's take a couple looks here. Trump to name Supreme Court nominee. Trump taunts skeptics while preparing the SCOTUS nominee. They're saying that, they're not going to have McCain's vote, unfortunately, so he's just not well enough to be able to vote. Giuliani seems to say Trump asked Comey to give Michael Flynn, and again, this is off CNN. Giuliani seems to say Trump asked Comey to give Michael Flynn a break. Representative Jordan returns to Washington amid claims he knew about. What did he know about? MSN. And it's taken way too long. He knew about the sexual abuse. Jim Jordan returns to Washington as scrutiny over alleged sexual abuse at Ohio State intensifies. He's under scrutiny over claims he knew about alleged sexual abuse three decades ago at Ohio State University. Now the influential congressman and former wrestling coach will face new pressures as lawmakers return to Washington this week. Jordan's 4th of July recess was consumed by controversy as former Ohio State wrestlers claimed one by one that he knew or must have known about inappropriate behavior allegedly taking place in the athletic department between 1987 and 1995, when he worked as an assistant coach. Jordan says he has no knowledge of misconduct or abuse, but his denials and attempts to turn over controversy toward his accusers over the past week have failed to move the spotlight away. Okay, so typically when people do, if there's that going on, the ones that are doing it, the abusers, the sexual predators, they're pretty good. I mean, we've seen this time and time again. The Sandusky, typically they're, doing it away from the school. Only when he decided to do something in the locker room did a janitor come in and, or a former student or a current student that wasn't involved had Saul. So, I'm not defending Jim Jordan. From what I've seen, I like the guy. He stands up and speaks his mind. So it's no, we got a claim here, and you got something that they're not saying he did it or participated. That he just must have knew. Well, then you can put that on every other possible person that worked in the athletic department, if that's where it was taking place at. Jim had to have heard some rumors, and he did nothing. Well, that's a lot to say going back 30 years at this point. And then they're putting mics. Did you know about it? No, I didn't. Oh, we don't know whether to believe him. It looks like they're just trying to discredit any of these people that are fighting for the truth at this moment. But hey, if it's, let them look into that a little bit. I have no issues. We just want the truth, folks. That's it. We just want the truth. We want the people to be held accountable. That's the number one thing. How Cohen decided to send Trump a careful collaborated message. Warren fires back at Trump. A bully going after women. That's what he is now. Government work done. Tax policy writers decamp to. Writers decamp to lobbying jobs. Drain the swamp. 6 months after his Republicans pushed a $1.5 trillion tax overhaul through Congress, many of the most influential players who worked behind the scenes on legislation are no longer on Capitol Hill or in the Trump administration whatsoever. They're now lobbyists. All right, I'm not going to read all these. I'm just reading the bullets and giving you a little bit. These are some breaking stories out of the New York Times, Washington Post, all right, The Hill, Bloomberg. Scott Pruitt, fallen EPA chief, may rise again in Oklahoma. So we know he was just let go, right? Scott Pruitt, fallen EPA. So Scott Pruitt's brief, tumultuous tenure as the head of the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, has left him disgraced in the eyes of many in Washington and across the country. But it may have done him much harm in his home state. Through a comeback for Mr. Pruitt is far from assured. Some liberals and conservatives in Oklahoma agree he could engineer one in this oil and gas dependent state, where he used to be Attorney General. His hardline anti-regulatory message remains popular here, and many of his supporters consider spreading plume of scandal from his time at the EPA the product of unfair liberal persecution. All right, so that story is available for you as well. Trump's extreme Supreme Court shortlist alarms LGBTQ. This keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. Advocates. Where are the babies, Mitch McConnell pursued from restaurant crowd. Angry restaurant crowd. Sedation. This is what Maxine Waters was calling for to her supporters, her following. Chase them out of restaurants. Get them out of there. We know where you live, Mitch. We know where you live, Mitch. These people are sick. Sick individuals, folks. You can't threaten, hey, we know where you live, Turtlehead. They are calling them all kinds of names, and this is more funny than anything. But it's just unbelievable. All right, let's see here. A couple more. What you need to know about Trump's top SCOTUS contenders. Former Clinton aide shares contact information of bookstore Steve Bannon was accosted in. Owner called the police on a customer who harassed former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon. Former longtime Hillary Clinton aide Felipe Reigns on Saturday posted that the contact information of a Virginia bookstore whose owner called the police on a customer who harassed former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon. The owner of Black Swan Books in Richmond, Nick Cook, alerted 911 after a woman confronted Bannon and reportedly called him a piece of trash. All right. Both parties face leadership struggles as House returns. Giuliani, Trump pardoning Cohen would just confuse everything. Democrats' long shot plan to stop Trump's Supreme Court. And I think they talked about having 1 million people. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just down. LA Times garbage story. Click here or try here. Looks like their whole system has collapsed on MSN. Good for them. Looks like maybe a little denial of service, which treats them right. It's what they deserve. All right, folks. I'm Mike. This is a Patriot Hour update video. I appreciate you stopping by. Again, please like, comment, share, leave a comment down below. Check out the description box. I leave the link for the QAnon pub for you to get to. You can get to any of the Q post or any of the links that he's left, articles, videos. There's 1,1600 going on 1,700 posts. So check those out. Have a great day. God bless, Godspeed, and great morning into your afternoon to each and every one of you. Look forward to me back here on the Patriot Hour this evening for some kind of update video. Lots going on this week. Let's keep our eyes open. Remember, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. So let's listen twice as much as we speak. Let's take everything in, listen to it, listen to everything you can. Read everything you can, investigate everything you can, but believe none of it until you can confirm it. Till you know what feels right is typically going to be right for you. So let's practice that this week. Again, I'm Michael. This is a Patriot Hour. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you back here real soon on the next update video for our channel. Have a great day.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
Hey, Froggy.